Do you ever wish you had a personal hype girl? Someone to pump you up when you're feeling down or high five you when things go right? Well, guess what? I'm your girl. That's me. And that's what Talks with Your Trainer is all about. So stand up, chin high, get your party pump on, and let's get after it. Five, six, seven, eight. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Talks with Your Trainer. I'm your host, Meghan Trainor, and I've missed you. It's been, I think 3 weeks since our last episode, and if you listen to it, you know that one was a tough one, very emotional for me. I couldn't believe I actually had the ability to speak, and so having that as something I can always cherish and know that that episode exists. I hate that it does, but it has brought so many people into my life, some amazing people that I have never met, and so many amazing stories that you guys have been so unbelievably incredible to share with me, because I know how hard it is to talk about some of those things. So the fact that I've been able to connect with so many amazing people in such a difficult but special way was truly a gift. And ever since that day, I've had so many Rusty winks, I would call them, little winks from him, letting me know that he's okay, letting me know that he is proud of me and proud that I'm continuing to share joy and happiness and choose happy. My sweatshirt says choose happy. So I appreciate the fact that I've been able to continue doing the things that I love, even when I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to show up. I didn't want to do some of these workouts. I'm going to be honest with you, but it's cool because I can tell you that. I don't have to put on a facade or try to somehow force being happy. I'm pushing myself to continue to do things that bring me joy, but I'm also just really always showing up with you guys with, my most authentic self. So thank you for accepting all versions of me. It was tough to do some of those workouts, I'm not going to lie, but I am so glad that we have that space. If you do Body by Trainer workouts with me, I probably think that anyone who listens to this might do them. But if you do, thank you for doing some of those workouts with me. Some of them were great and some of them were really challenging. The website workouts have my music, what I want to play. And I just wanted to listen to sad music some days. And I know that might not be super motivating to work out to, but it was therapy for me. And these workouts are a version of therapy. Not just for me. I know you guys feel the same way about them. The workouts that you don't want to do are always the ones that you feel the best about doing. And a lot of those workouts were difficult to start, but always at the end, I felt like I just took a deep breath. There was a huge, heavy weight on my heart, but then after the workout, my heart rate was pumping, and I realized I'm alive. I'm here today to spread this happiness and joy with anyone out there who's doing these workouts with me. So thank you for letting me express that with you guys and just be, totally open and honest with you. Thank you for the love and support that you gave to me, and I'm so glad I got to share with so many of you who Rusty was and just how incredibly special of a human being that he was. And he will live on forever, and I know he's going to be giving me some winks all throughout my life. So I love you, Rusty. Okay, y'all, a lot has happened since the last episode. I literally made a list because so much took place. And I just wanted to highlight a couple of things with you because throughout the last few weeks, I haven't really been posting a lot on the Instagrams. My stories have been a little bit lame lately, and just because I haven't really been feeling like, oh, I'm going to share, this is what I'm doing. And I always sometimes overshare. But this time I feel like I just kept a lot of it personal and to myself. And I wanted to kind of highlight some of the really cool things that did happen over the last 3 weeks because a lot of it has to do with you guys and I want you to know about it. So the day after that podcast episode, I flew to Florida, and Florida is one of my most happy places. A lot of areas in Florida are very special to me and for a variety of reasons. But, traveling when you're sad and traveling alone when you're sad, I think just sucks. Staying in a hotel room when you just want to like snuggle and suck your thumb in your bed and but then you're in a, you know, cold hotel room that just doesn't feel comfortable. So I was really not looking forward to it, but I knew I needed to do it because I knew I needed to continue moving. Like the waves, just keep on moving, keep on stepping forward, even when it's really difficult. So I got up, I flew to Florida. It was a one day trip because I didn't want to be in a hotel room by myself. So I flew down to Jack's Beach and had a great day with one of my colleagues at La Colombe. We just had some awesome meetings, and she was a gift that day for me because she knew what I was going through. I told her briefly, and she just was so compassionate, but also was great at distracting me. Allie, I appreciate if you ever listen to this episode. I appreciate that you were constantly, talking with me about coffee and your experience in the industry and learning from you, and that was really cool. So I'm glad I did it. I didn't want to go, but I'm glad I did it. And then I just flew back that night because I just needed to get home, and I'm glad that I did that as well, because it just felt so good to be home. Mm. There's nothing like it. I used to travel so much for work, and I don't travel as much anymore. So when I do travel, it is so much more of a process. You got to get your toiletries and the right shoes, and make sure you have all the charging cords for your phone and your iPad. And those things would come like second nature to me. But now I'm like, oh shoot, I have to think about it a lot. So that was really, it has been more challenging to travel, but I do enjoy it. And that weekend, I took a rock box class with my friends Bennett and Mary, and we had a blast. I kind of needed to take out a little aggression. As you know, when you're grieving, you have these waves of emotions, and one of those emotions is anger. And I was angry. I wanted to F shit up. And a bag class was the perfect solution for the emotions that I was going through. I used to take a lot of kickboxing. You guys know I love boxing combinations. For me, it's almost like a dance move, a 5, 6, 7, 8 count kickball change, but more of a jab cross, knee, knee. And doing a bag class is so fulfilling. Yes, you can like do the boxing combinations in the air and punch the air, but there's something so freaking awesome about a bag class. You burn insane calories and you just sort of take out some aggression. It was a lot of fun. I definitely will be coming back to do a couple more of those classes. If you have a rock box, there's a lot of boxing gyms nowadays, but that was the one we did. I encourage you to give it a try. Don't leave Body by Trainer, but try out a boxing class because I think it will help you when we are doing our combinations, sort of visualize actually hitting something, where you're punching and how hard you're punching. Are your arms straight, bent, this and that. So doing a class where you actually feel impact is beneficial, and I would encourage it. So then that Monday, right? Now we're just all the way, just scooting and tooting all the way through. I mean, I'm telling you what, y'all, the fact that I have not gotten massively sick over the last 3 weeks is a miracle. Now, knock on wood. I've been trying to take good care of myself, but I've also been a little bit burning the candle on both ends. So that Monday we had a golf tournament at Longview, my club where I play golf. And it was for a charity called Turning Point, which is all about helping those in any sort of domestic violence situation. And my dad has been supporting this charity for a long time, and we play in this tournament every single year. And it's so much fun because it's at my home course, and I play with my mom, my dad, and my brother. It's a wonderful way for us to have 5 hours together where we normally would not be able to do that. I mean, how cool, how special. I'm so thankful that I play golf for a variety of reasons, but specifically the ability I have to spend time with my family. So we played and we're kicking butt and we're doing great. We didn't end up winning. I think we came in third, but just had the best time. It was so much fun. I look forward to it every year. And next year it's on Cinco de Mayo. So the trainer team was in all purple this year. And we will probably be dressed in some, fun Cinco de Mayo colors next year, which will be great. Moving forward, I then went to Austin, Texas. Austin is one of my territories, and I don't get to spend too much time there because the state is huge. But when I do go out there, I mainly go to the big cities: Austin, Dallas, and Houston. San Antonio a little bit, but this time I was in Austin, and I've only been to Austin twice, which is surprising because the music scene is huge and I love live music. I could go to a concert every weekend. I just love it so much. And so you'd think, being that it's such a great place for live music, I would go, but I hadn't. So here we are, second time. And I worked with another colleague of mine at La Colombe. She's amazing. Her name is Mac, and Mackenzie goes by Mac, but she's just so great. She was just truly, again, just such a blessing to spend that day with because we were just sharing stories about our life. She's maybe like, I don't know, 8 years younger than me and just has such a amazing heart. And we just had some great life conversations, about relationships and careers. And it was really special to be able to do work and go around and have all these appointments, but then know when you got back in the car with this person that you weren't needing to talk about the work. You could talk about bigger things in your life. And that was exactly what I needed on that particular day. I mean, we went around all over the place in Austin and we went to two amazing restaurants. The food there is so good. I feel like I just need to go and do a tour of food and try to walk around so I feel a little bit better in between meals. But we went to some great restaurants, and I appreciate that she took me to some awesome places. And it was really funny. We went to dinner one night. I think I was only there one night. Yeah, I was only there one night. Felt like 3 days, but we went to dinner and we were just chatting about body image. And now that I'm 40, just learning to appreciate and accept myself for how I show up and what I see in the mirror, and not looking at the imperfections that I am insecure about, but focusing on what I love about myself and what I love about the person that I'm becoming every day. And we just really got into that. And she looked at me, and this is very flattering and also just kind of funny in a sense. She was like, "So, at what age did you feel like you started to feel great about yourself?" And I giggled only because I was like, "Oh, what age? That makes me just like a big sister, you know?" It's like I was, so much older, but I really appreciated that she asked because I would have loved to ask that same question as a 28-year-old to a 40-year-old, and just having a really open and honest conversation with her. And I kind of just said what I just did. It hasn't been the easiest road to get there, and I'm obviously still working on it. Goodness, still working on it every day. But each and every day that I work out, make healthier choices, get sleep, do things for myself that bring me joy, I find that the areas of my life that I'm quote unquote perhaps not happy with become diminished. They become smaller, and I'm able to drown out the negative by pushing myself to just be a happy person and choose joy. So that was a little, fun conversation that we had in the middle of a work trip, which I didn't expect. So I appreciate that conversation, and I look forward to doing more trips like that. But as soon as I got home, that weekend did anybody go to the Kenny Chesney concert, or have you been? I think it was just his second when we were in Charlotte. It was his second stop on this particular tour. So if you're going, I mean, y'all get ready. It is so good. Now, I love Kenny. I've loved Kenny, ever since I think maybe was 12 or something. However, Zach Brown was his opening number, and Zach Brown Band is very near and dear to my heart in that it reminds me of Rusty. And songs that he plays are songs that I would screenshot and send to Rusty. So it was very therapeutic, nostalgic, and just heartwarming to be there and to hear this incredible band. An unbelievable amount of talent was on that stage. Because it's obviously Zach Brown, but there's his band. And they're just so good. I was like looking around the stage and seeing all these different instruments. I think they changed instruments and guitars like every other song. And it was incredible to see the talent that they have, but very special to have, great friends with me and listening to this music that fills my heart and makes me feel at home and makes me feel comfort and love. So if you get a chance, highly recommend going to that concert because it was just so good. And I think I lost my voice. I'm still working on getting it back from that concert. And Kenny Chesney is like an energy ball that just kept on giving. I mean, I think he burned 10,000 calories that evening and just so great. Such an entertainer, so talented. And my parents were out of town that weekend, so I also had Lily. And you guys know how I feel about Lily. I feel love for dogs, and it also is a great reminder that having a dog is such a responsibility. You guys know, hello, over my left shoulder is my girl Maddie. Had her for 15 and a half years, and she was the best joy of my life. But a responsibility. You can't just leave all day. You got to like remember that you have to take care of things. So it was a reminder for sure because I had to line up. My brother and sister-in-law and Jill helped me out tremendously by taking Lily out. So dog moms out there, yes, it's not a child per se in that they can be by themselves for a bit of time, but you have to still be responsible and think about that. So, it's not easy. It's not easy just to be I would say, animal mom for sure. But it's always the best because she gives me so much love. So that was wonderful. And guys, I just want you to know another thing that was great. I had a breast exam, and the girls are good. We're doing good there, and so that was great. Just one little fun fact that I was looking through my calendar and said, I'm gonna let the talks with your trainer people know that the girls are good. I also got my hair colored. For those of you out there who get gray hairs, I want you to know I feel you, I understand you, and I see you. Every 6 weeks, I have to get my hair colored. The gray hair is incredible. I think it's hereditary because I started getting it at 35, and I don't think you're generally supposed to get gray hairs that early. I'm gonna chalk it up to my heritage. So gray hairs, I'm getting my hair done the next time in a couple weeks, and we're gonna change the color up a little bit. I miss my red hair so much, but it is like so hard to maintain because you have to take cold showers so that it doesn't wash out so quickly. And that's difficult. So I'm going to go a different color. And I know you guys are really happy to know that information. So, and then the big thing, y'all, the big thing that I wanted to recap was the Cinco de Mayo weekend with Body by Trainer. Oh my gracious. That was so much fun. I don't think I've ever said, oh my gracious. Well, it was a blast. I think there were 40 people that were signed up initially to come. If you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, I planned basically a weekend in Charlotte to signify halfway until the Body by Trainer Retreat 3.0, which is in the end of September in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. I thought, oh, let's stick with the Latin vibes and let's do Cinco de Mayo weekend. Let's bring some people together that haven't met yet, maybe can't go to the retreat, still haven't got to connect with these women that have met during these workouts. So here's an opportunity. I just want to create opportunities in this community to keep building friendships and to keep connecting awesome people with one another. So this weekend was a blast. Friday night, we had a welcome party at 800 Degree Wood Fire Kitchen. Thank you. Shout out to them. If you live in Charlotte, you absolutely must go. Unbelievable food, great cocktail list, and cool atmosphere, cool bar. And they were so awesome to host 30 women having lots of beverages and pizzas and salads and getting to say hello to each other before the workout on Saturday. The workout was Saturday morning and it was pouring. It was pouring down rain, and the workout space was this awesome spot in South End called the Music Yard. And it's a very cool venue. It's turf on the floor. They've got disco balls hanging. It's so BBT vibes. It was perfect. I was going to have a DJ and a photographer, a videographer, and it was just going to be great. Well, as we know in life, especially in the clam shack, you got to just roll with the punches. You got to figure it out. So thankfully, they have an indoor space that they utilize for a variety of things, not necessarily workouts like this, but we were able to move it inside, get the DJ. It was actually perfect. It was even more intimate because the space was smaller and I had a couple people drop out because of, life things that needed to happen. And it was very unique in the space with the lighting. I did a reel, so check out on my Instagram page. The lighting was cool and the DJ was bomb. She was so amazing. I will link her information in the show notes so that you guys, if you have an event in Charlotte, definitely check her out. She played, I just kind of gave her my vibe. I said, I want beat drops. I like a 5, 6, 7, 8, and I want party pumps. I want spontaneous dancing, and I just want high energy fun. I don't want like techno, but I want like dance music. And she just nailed it. She nailed it. So it was really perfect. And then afterwards, we had a social setting, which we had margaritas and we had food catered by Southbound. Food there is incredible, great Mexican restaurant here in Charlotte. My brother, my dad, my sister-in-law, my niece, my nephew, my mom, the whole Trainor crew, they came out. They came out to support. I'm just so grateful. I love my family. I'm thankful that they're here in Charlotte and that they get to be a part of these special moments in my life. And they're just, they love meeting you guys. They love meeting this Body by Trainor, Talks with Your Trainer, Clam community because each one of you is so unique and different and adds so much happiness into my life. And they just are so grateful. So it was really cool to have them get to meet you guys. And that day was the Kentucky Derby. So we kind of regrouped, took like a 10-minute nap. I went home and packed because of the next thing I'm going to tell you about. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it on Sunday. So I said, be responsible, Peg, for like an hour. So I did that, which was great. And then I was staying at an Airbnb with a couple of girlfriends, which was really fun. It was like a staycation for me, living in Charlotte, not staying at my place. So I still had to like pack and travel like I was away. And it was really fun to be able to have those, late night conversations and, kitchen dance parties. The WAP may or may not have happened. Thank you, Heidi, for always doing that with me. And to be able to hang out with them in that setting was really cool. So that night we went to Goldie's. Guys, I'm just like shouting out so many great Charlotte places in this episode. I love it. So Goldie's is an awesome spot here in Charlotte. It's in South End, and they have live music like all the time. Variety of music. Last weekend we went and it was a Alanis Morissette, and she was amazing. I've seen her in concert, and this girl I think was maybe even better, but it was good. She was so good. She looked like her, she danced like her, she moved like her. And then the next one was a No Doubt cover band, which was really cool too. But for this particular evening, oh wait, that was it. That was the Alanis Morissette. Oh my gosh. It couldn't have been more perfect because the people that I was with that night also went with me to the concert. So we were just on cloud nine. My parents came. We decided, you know what? We don't have a Kentucky Derby quote unquote party to go to, but who doesn't love a theme more than the Trainor family? So we got dressed up in those little fascinators and cute little dress outfits. My dad was, of course, the most dapper there. He had just a fabulous ensemble on. Pictures are on Instagram and Facebook if you need a visual. But he's always, shows up for those kind of themes. And so does my mom, of course. She looked fabulous. And we watched the Derby and then we did the live music. So we stayed out a little bit late and went home and did more dancing. But, YOLO. It was great. How often do I get to be with these people? I said, put your big girl panties on and drink an espresso martini and you'll get it going. So that's what we did. And then the next day, this weekend was just go, go, go. I mean, oh my gosh. I'm tired of thinking of it. I'm tired thinking about it. I'm not tired of talking about it. Sunday, we went to Resident Culture. It's a really cool sort of brewery here in Charlotte that is in South End as well. We went to the one off of Bland Street, and it's just such a cool venue. They have tons of like cool decor all around. They play great music. I had it catered there. And so just another opportunity for us to like get together and have fun one more time before everybody leaves. And then that night, we went back to the Airbnb and just had some more fun. And stayed up too late again. And your girl had to go to Dallas the next day for a full week trade show. So now we're almost caught up to the last week. We were in Dallas for this trade show for La Colombe, and it's called NAMA. And it's in my industry, it's the line of work that I'm in as far as convenience for office buildings, OCS, BNI, where we provide office coffee to buildings like Google or Facebook. And so companies come to us like Canteen or Compass or Airmark, Sodexo, and they reach out to us so that we can partner with them and provide coffee for these buildings. So it's a great show. It's just a lot. The first day, you're on your feet all day. Second day, all day. And then the third day is sort of a half day. So that was fine. But, God, thinking about everything I did over the weekend and then just kind of like running right into your next venue was a lot. So as soon as I got home from this trade show, I went right to eye cryotherapy. Let's count how many times I say here in Charlotte. Here in Charlotte. And it's right below my building. You guys know I talk about it all the time. I love my infrared sauna. I do the eye cryo, and they also have IV therapy. So I always get the bag with the glutathione, the vitamin C, and just really pump myself up for my immune system. It's also great for hydration too, but I'm very good at drinking water when it is out of a beautiful sparkly cup. If I'm out at a bar and it's a clear glass, it just doesn't do it for me, so I don't drink as much as I should. But, provide me with a great tumbler and I will drink all day. So I did it for the hydration as well, because doing the trade shows, just talking and talking and definitely not drinking enough water because I'm at my booth. I'm at the La Colombe booth, so, let's just have more coffee. Oh my God, cold brew. Let's just have more cold brew. So it was definitely caffeinated and dehydrated. But it was a great show, great experience, and loved getting to see some people that I don't usually get to see in my industry anymore. Guess what, guys? After NAMA, come right back. How about we go into the Wells Fargo Championship? So that would be a great opportunity for me to kind of like rest and recover. But the tournament is my favorite week here in Charlotte, because I get to see a lot of my golf buddies that I don't normally get to see. I worked at Quail Hollow back in 2007, so I get to kind of like walk down memory lane. It's one of my favorite golf courses to play, and it's just so much fun to be back on campus, on that property, seeing members, friends, and just having a full day of it. I mean, it's definitely a social atmosphere if you hang out, in one of the chalets or the clubhouse. But I love golf and I love walking. Thankfully, my friends love walking. And so we basically just walked a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. So I was happy to get that in, because the week before when I was in Dallas, I did one workout, and the rest of the time I was just standing. I was just too exhausted to do a workout, and I knew that it was okay. I gave myself a lot of grace. I said, Peggy, you need to just chill when you can chill. And so walking a lot was great, a great way for me to kind of like slowly get back into moving my body in an active way after taking that whole week off, basically. Um, on that note, I did do one of my workouts, and I find it to be really good feedback for me to do my own workout, to understand how I'm coaching, things that I'm saying. Maybe it's great learning experience for me. Like, okay, I was doing the workout and I'm like, okay, can she just move along here? And it's me. I'm like, can you just do the next set? So I am going to definitely try to do those more often, just to, see what it's like. Like, I should probably watch this back and say, maybe these are some areas that you could do differently. It's always great to continue learning about yourself, how you perform, how you show up, and continue to want to be better and level up and learn from yourself, because we're never going to be perfect and we don't want to be. So I definitely was happy to do that, and I'm going to make sure I'm very good at my timing. One thing I took away from that is like, be better at your timing. So hopefully you guys are agreeing with me on that. I've been better at keeping the timer going. Keep the show rolling. So that weekend, we're doing the Wells Fargo, walking around. Friday is a fun day. I won't take you through the whole weekend, but basically the weather was absolutely perfect. Couldn't be more blissful, joyous, happy, having beverages with my friends, getting some sunshine, wearing a lot of sunscreen, and just enjoying being present in that moment and understanding that this only comes around once a year. So just keep going, keep going, do a workout, wake up, and just keep the ball rolling. And I really appreciate my friends that were there with me to enjoy that. And Mother's Day was this Sunday. It was really special to have, the whole Trainor family out there with me and just walking around and enjoying it. And, huge props to my boy, Rory McIlroy, for winning his fourth time there. He won when he turned 21. It was his 21st birthday, and he won, and I was there watching him accept that on the 18th green. So it was like very special that because this year is the last Wells Fargo Championship, the sponsorship of Wells Fargo is come to an end. So next year they'll have the PGA, and then the following year, this might be a rumor, but I heard it from 9,000 people. So I think another bank has picked it up. I believe it's Truist. I'm not sure. Don't start rumors, I may have started one, but I do think that's who it is. And if it's not, whatever, whoever it is, I don't care. I'll just be excited to go out there. I'll call it the, whatever championship it is, I'll be happy to be out there. And just being out there was with having Rory win the last Wells Fargo with my family. It was so great. Walked around at the end a lot with my brother and my nephew Grady and Aubrey and her son Finn. And it was just so great. We actually walked into a chalet that was not ours, and it was the end of the day. So, I mean, whatever, like it's the end of the tournament. And we were just like, let's just go in. So I think we're going to be like tournament crashers, like chalet crashers. We just walked in, own it, always act like you know where you are, act like you know you belong, and just be there, be present, chin up, don't act shy. And it worked. Yeah, it sure did. We hung out there for a little bit right there on, it was right there on 15. So great spot to watch. Rory made an eagle there out of the bunker. I mean, come on. I didn't get a video of it. I don't know why. I was probably just so present in the moment and also a little scared that we would get kicked out. But, we were good. And then just closed it out. And, then Rory just, filed for divorce on Monday. So we were just talking about that. I'm like, that was shocking just because I don't know. I don't think of Rory as like that would be something that would happen to him, but hey, it's life. That can happen to anybody. I think it happens to half the people that do get married. So, that was, I was joking because like it was nice of him to wait until the day after Mother's Day to do that, but they have not released any information as to why it happened. So I'm going to be keeping my eyes peeled for it. But I will tell you, one of the days, it was Friday, Aubrey and I were there, and he was walking past the clubhouse from 18 going to the scoreboard to give his score. And he definitely looked like right at us. And I have a video of it. So I have a picture of it. So I feel like, maybe there was some influence there on, no. Has nothing to do with me, but I do appreciate Rory and that eye contact. So thank you for that, Roars. But I'm happy to be home this week. I am home and we're getting after it. And to really just summarize this whole podcast episode is just like, keep going, keep moving, even when it's hard, just keep showing up for yourself. Allow your friends to be there for you because my friends have been there for me through a lot of this and wouldn't be able to keep my head held high and continue to show up without the support of my friends. So don't feel like you're being weak or something if you feel the need to ask your friends for support, even if it just means they come over and sit with you while you watch Palm Royale or Vanderpump Rules. Just having some company is really special and definitely needed, especially in those times where I didn't feel like I needed it. But when I was with my friends, I was like, man, I'm glad I have company right now. It feels nice to have a warm body next to me. But all that to say is just keep the show going on. The show must go on, even when you're sad. Keep doing the things that you love to do, even if they don't bring you the most joy in that moment. Your body knows that it's doing something that it loves, and it will eventually feel good again. and take it one day at a time. Understand that grief is a roller coaster and there's going to be good days and bad. And that's why I wanted the May challenge for Body by Trainer to be all about the celebration of life. On the website, it says, "Life is a fiesta, let's celebrate." And there are going to be days that are really shitty and really hard, and that's normal. Not every day is rainbows and unicorns. So the days that it is sad, it's okay. Just know that it's going to continue to get better. Time will heal. So we have to just keep taking it one foot in front of the other, even if some days you feel like you got pushed back 10 feet. Pick yourself up and just keep moving forward. So the May challenge is all about daily reminders, things that you can do to kind of like, I don't know, make yourself feel more joy and happier. So some of the things that I had said on the May challenge for daily reminders is to be grateful, always be kind. Happiness is not by chance, but by choice. Celebrate small accomplishments. Dance like no one is watching. I mean, that really is a cliche one. We hear it all the time, but it's so true. Think about it. If you're out at either a fitness class or you're out dancing with your friends and you look over and you see someone just like getting it, just having the time of their life, that brings me joy to see other people like that. So if you're the one doing it, I mean, hello, you have to feel that extra joy and happiness. So who cares what you look like? Nobody gives a shit. People are only thinking about themselves. So just dance your heart out. Practice gratitude. Be the positive person you want to see in this world. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. You are special. You are unique. No one is like you. So those daily reminders I wanted to give you guys, and print it out, put them up. It's, you can see them every single day and it kind of just be like in the ear and out the other. But some days it can just slap you right in the face and be like, come on, get it together. We've got this. Like, it's going to be tough right now. Things are shitty. It's hard, but it's going to be okay and we're going to get through it. So those daily reminders are a great way for you to just maybe pull yourself out of a little dark hole that you're in. And then I also said this month is, about doing things that brighten your day. And sometimes doing things for others will actually really brighten your day and someone else's. So things like get your nails done, wear your favorite color for the day. We know I love purple. I'm currently wearing pink, but I'm surrounded by purple. And I love wearing purple. It makes me happy. I did it in the workout today. Listen to your favorite songs on repeat. Take yourself out for your favorite meal and do not have regret for whatever you ate. Enjoy it. Love it. It's your favorite. Call your best friend. Send someone flowers. I know that one's fun. I love sending a plant. I like plants. Flowers die, but plants live forever. Well, no, they don't, but they live longer. Someone sent me a plant when Maddie passed away, and I still have it. It's 2.5 years later. She's thriving. Give someone a huge hug, like a good one. I think I talked about this the last episode where I said, I'm going to be giving a lot of hugs at the Cinco de Mayo, and those hugs feel really good. If you're not a huggy person, that's okay too. But it does feel good to just be embraced and engulfed in somebody. Make plans for a future trip. Cinco de Mayo, the Body by Trainer Retreat 3.0. Hello. Plan an activity that truly makes you smile. Write down goals and rewards, and reward yourself for when you accomplish it, whatever that might be. Buy yourself a new pair of shoes. Take yourself out to get dessert or something that makes you happy. Host a celebration. I love hosting things at my apartment. It's not really conducive, but one day I always say I'm going to have a home that is great for hosting. I definitely got that from my mom. She's an unbelievable host, just always thinks of everything, thinks of other people, and just loves bringing people together. So I know that I got that from Jamie. And then do something nostalgic to boost your mood, like coloring, play a board game, have a dance party, lots of dancing going on, and just do something that kind of reminds you of what it feels like to be a kid again, because those are those times where you kind of didn't have the stresses of the world, and we can take ourselves back to those moments. And, watching my niece and nephew play in the yard, that was me one day. That was you one day. So find those little moments and those little pockets to kind of be a kid again. Just a couple other things, focus on what you can control in your life. Sometimes there's things out of our hands that we can't control. So in those moments, again, I'll say it again, choose happy, choose joy, and find how you can control the situation. If it's out of your hands, you somehow got to let it go. You got to let it go, let nature take its course. Remember, things are going to be okay. But make small changes in your day that will improve your attitude. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. Keep going. And then lastly, just remember, just grow into your potential by recognizing that you want more. Are you happy being in this stagnant place? Probably not. Sometimes we reach these plateaus in life, and sometimes we just get a little lazy and not trying to continue to better ourselves and level up our lives. So just try to remember that you can grow into your potential by recognizing what you want. So maybe you have to think about what you want. I know sometimes with Body by Trainor, I'm like, okay, what's the next step for Body by Trainor? How do I level this up? It can't happen if I don't think about it. I mean, things can happen for it, but I have to recognize what it is that I want so that I can go out and get it. Ever since 3 weeks ago with Rusty, I kept listening to that song. If you've got a chance, take it. If you got a dream, chase it, because the dream won't chase you back. Just go out there and go get it. Make a plan. Surround yourself with positive people that support you, and just go attack it. Go get it. The last thing I'll say is about that was the second to last and the final last that I said, but this might be the last one. I said earlier, I couldn't fake being happy in these times when I was feeling really sad. I had to truly show up as myself, and that person was sad. And I made a comment to a friend recently, like, I don't like to be sad. I am not a sad person, but I understand that being sad is human and normal, and I accept that, and it's okay. So any other time that I have the ability to, I will choose happiness and I will choose joy. I think when I'm feeling sad is when I don't really feel like myself, and that bothers me. So I just kind of have to sit in that moment and let it happen, because I know it will pass by. I know it will not always be the case, and there will be happiness and joy in front of me. So just take time to let yourself feel the sadness, and take time to truly choose that you're going to find happiness again. I don't really know any other way of saying it, that it's going to be okay. Let time be your friend, whether that be good or bad. Use the time that we have, because we don't want to wish it away. I know it makes you feel better knowing that in there a certain, months or whatever, you'll feel better. But I know I don't want the time to just go by. I want to live in each day. I want to celebrate life. So I hope this is a great reminder for you to celebrate life and take it one day at a time, and it's going to be okay. And I'm going to be here for these workouts. I'm in town this week and next. So get ready to have some fun. This beat is sick. I want to take a ride on your disco. Have fun with these workouts. Show up, press play, wear your favorite outfits, and just keep reminding yourself that you're strong and you got this. Thank you for listening, Everybody Studios. Thank you for being so awesome to work with, to be a friend to me, to listen to my stories, and to just allow me to have this really cool, very distracting, colorful space. So I love you guys. Talks with your trainer. Thanks again. And I will see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.